For most of us, exhaustion feels like an absolute wall. Stay awake long enough, and your reaction time slows, memory falters, and cognitive performance collapses. But a 21-hour sleep deprivation study revealed that this wall is thinner than we thought. By introducing a specific chemical intervention at the point of total exhaustion, researchers didn't just help subjects cope, they completely neutralized the biological effects of the all-nighter. This diagram shows the cellular response to 30 grams of creatine. Under stress, the brain depletes energy. This dose forces cells to rapidly regenerate energy packets. It didn't just restore a well-rested baseline, it pushed performance higher than before the deprivation began. These results suggest the brain is a machine that responds to specific chemical overrides. If you provide the correct inputs, you can bypass the natural limits of fatigue. While extreme inputs can push our performance higher, our daily convenience habits are quietly causing our brain tissue to waste away. Constant noise exposure through earbuds is more than a hearing risk. When the physical mechanisms of the ear degrade, it severs a critical data line the brain uses to maintain its own structure. Clinical scans, like the one being prepared here, show a direct correlation between sensory deprivation and atrophy. When the brain is starved of auditory input, its physical volume begins to decrease. As the brain loses this input, it often attempts to fill the silence with paranoia. This structural decline and the resulting psychological stress significantly increase the long-term risk of Alzheimer's. The modern world is designed for sensory convenience, but if you don't actively protect your brain's inputs, the environment will force it to shrink. Beyond the brain's physical structure, we have to maintain the vascular superhighway that feeds it. But our current diet contains a compound that is effectively chilting this system to death. The integrity of this highway depends on the endothelium, a single layer of cells lining your blood vessels. This layer is responsible for producing a gas called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes smooth muscle and dilates the vessel, allowing oxygen to reach the brain. But high glycemic sugar acts as a sticky toxin. It binds to critical enzymes and physically chokes off your ability to produce nitric oxide. This sugar-induced starvation of the brain is a primary driver of vascular dementia. Without the dilation provided by nitric oxide, oxygen cannot reach the cells, and the brain begins to die from the inside out. Maintaining a zero-sugar diet serves as a biological defense protocol, ensuring the brain's oxygen supply never reaches the point of collapse. We also need to address the brain's software. Many of us believe we can rewire our minds by listening to information in the background, but the biology of the adult brain disagrees. Once you pass age 25, the nervous system becomes incredibly efficient. It is designed to preserve its existing wiring and will refuse to change unless it is under extreme duress. Neuroplasticity in adults requires 3 specific chemical triggers to be present simultaneously: dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. Without this cocktail, the brain remains structurally static. This chemical flood only occurs during states of intense alertness and deep focus. You cannot rewrite your brain's code while you are comfortable. You must lean into the strain to force a biological change. To improve your mind, you must weaponize your focus. Adaptation is a survival response, and the brain updates its software when the environment demands it. While neuroplasticity requires immense effort, other biological tools are immediate and highly accessible. Dark chocolate with a 75% cacao concentration functions as a potent, measurable cardiovascular medicine. This chart monitors the vascular response. Within 60 minutes of consuming a 50 to 100 gram dose of raw cacao, blood flow markers to the brain begin ticking upward, improving oxygen delivery almost instantly. Industrial food production has historically prioritized sugar and processed fats, which act as a slow-motion poison for the brain. Raw cacao, by contrast, restores the vascular function that those processed foods destroy. Between creatine protocols, nitric oxide optimization, and forced plasticity, you have the specific inputs required to dictate your brain's performance. You no longer have a physiological excuse for cognitive decline.